So it's gonna be my first time riding a Himalayan. I have never ridden a Himalayan, and to be very honest, it's gonna be my first time riding a fully modified Himalayan. Ah man, she looks beautiful. She's gonna kill someone. ऐसा हो very fierce, बहुत ज़्यादा सुंदर है. वो टेल टाइडी वगैरह सब निकाल के बहुत ज़्यादा सुंदर लगता है. And this indie motor art का exhaust, everything, I will tell you everything. But what a bike, man, what a bike. Oh man, the exhaust note, oof brother. I don't need a horn. मैंने Expulse भी चलाया है. Expulse feels little underpower, huh? It doesn't feel underpower, to be very honest. Coming from a KTM, it really doesn't feel underpower. Ground है जो रेडिफाई का फेवरेट ग्राउंड है, वहाँ पर जा रहे हैं अपन. वहाँ पर एक फुल डिटेल वीडियो. हेलो जी, नमस्कार, सत श्री अकाल एंड वेलकम बैक टू द न्यू व्लॉग एंड टू माय चैनल. दिस इज मनीष यार. जो लास्ट वीडियो था, आई थिंक यू हैव सीन दैट, हंटर का वीडियो थोड़ा सा अच्छा चला है. नाउ आई एम गोना मेक अ सीरीज ऑन दैट मैन with his machine, and I have another bike with me. I have another bike which is again the Royal Enfield bike, and you can see the bike. I'm gonna call the owner of this bike, who is team principal of Bangalore off-road squad team, and what a man he is, what a man, what a gentleman, what a humble man he is. I'm gonna call Adarsh bhai. Please brother, hi. Maybe tell us what exactly you have done to the bike, what exactly the mods, the weight reduction, and what else you have done to the bike कि इतना ज़्यादा सुंदर लग रहा है, इतना ज़्यादा beautiful लग रहा है. So it's a 2019 model. So let's start with the engine first. Have you done anything with the engine?
No, engine is bone stock.
Okay.
No change on the engine, nothing. Other than the spark plug, there's nothing changed on it. It's been conditioned in such a way that it's clean. That's all. So I made sure that I change the oil every 1500. Within 2000 kilometers, I changed the engine oil, and then that was done during the running time and about 2 years after that also.
Okay.
So until 2021, until COVID hit, it was going on a continuous cycle of oil change and cleaning and all of that. So I used the cheap oil Shell 15W50, same semi-synthetic. Just keep changing the oil within 2000 kilometers, so it works. So that gives the engine a very, you have a solid base to build upon.
And then the air filter.
And then you have the intake. So once you start with that, you have to do the intake.
Have you put BMC?
No, it's a generic. It's a filter from Scroll.
Okay.
They are a company new. They're kind of like a startup company. They're so I have a Scroll filter, and that I was using for about 12,000 kilometers. And the best part is this Canon, this BMC, everything that you have, you need to maintain it. You need to clean it. You need to clean it and then reapply the oil for it. So the Scroll, what happens is you just have to wash it with soapy water. So you wash it, you dry it, you bring it back again. So it again.
Well, it's that easy.
It's just that's all. That's all what you do.
You have, I think you have changed the spark plug, as you said.
Yeah, spark plug is changed. That's iridium spark plugs. The usual stuff that you get.
So what's the use of that?
So iridium spark plugs, they give a continuous spark. So there's no on and off for the spark. So there's a continuous spark whenever there is a combustion that is required. So what happens is complete combustion happens, and it helps in complete fueling, completing the entire fuel that is there in the chamber. It gets burnt completely. So that helps.
We are seeing the exhaust. I will show you the exhaust also, and it's a Indie.
It's from Modified. They're a Bangalore-based company. They build a lot of custom stuff. They have their own track school, track days, event, and all of that. So they gave me this. I mean, I bought it from them. It's known as Grizo's Grunt exhaust. That's the name of the exhaust for this, for Himalayan.
Why you changed it to this one? Like the stock one is not good, or what?
Stock one is good. What happens is when you are having a free flow air filter, you have so you need to complete the system, whatever you have. So the input is free. I mean, you are taking in huge amounts of air through the new air filter or whatever, the free flow filter. You have good combustion happening inside the engine with the continuous spark plug. Later on, you have fuel X to modulate that fuel as well. How much is required based on the throttle input. Next, what you have to do is you have to build all the exhaust gases that are built up inside, they need to be completely put out. For that, you'll need a free flow exhaust,
and the stock one is not.
Stock one is not. So they have a lot of filters inside them to keep the noise down.
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay.
I mean, they are,
so you have removed the DB killer also.
Yeah, I've removed the DB killer also. The advantage of BS4 Himalayans or BS4 system is there is no restriction in the bend pipe. So there's no restriction in the bend pipe. Nowadays, if you're going ahead for a BS6 mod, suggestion is to do the mod on the exhaust, this thing also, the bend pipe as well, because the bend pipe has a restriction over there wherein it's for BS6 norms.
Also, I've seen, let's talk the elephant of the room. Okay? I've seen a lot of Himalayan, they were going through Ladakh section, they were going through another section, off-road section, and the chassis. You have seen that, right? You have seen that video.
So
is there still there or what?
Actually, no, because they have done a lot of changes on the next version. So the versions that you have seen or is being advertised in the memes and in all of that, it's mostly the BS3 and the BS4 initial patches.
BS4 and BS3.
Yeah.
And this one is?
This is a BS4 later batch with the ABS.
Okay.
So this comes with ABS. The previous one, BS4,
doesn't have any ABS.
Did not come with ABS at all. So what they have done is they have actually built a support frame. If you see the weld over there, there's an additional support beam that's there. So that is missing in the previous ones. So what happens is basically these the frame that is built over here, it's a square tube frame. It's not a round tube frame. So square tube frames tend to bend a lot.
Okay.
But they are very light, they are very rigid. That is the reason why they went ahead with this design. Now to support it, they have added a additional weld over there, additional part which they have welded together.
So now the problem is not there.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, I have noticed just now, okay, this look more like a Scram also, Scram 4.1, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just came to me right now. It looks more of a Scram and Expulse mixture.
Correct. So the Scram. So initial my way towards losing weight on the bike. So this thing was done. All the internal whatever the mods that I needed to do was done. The only thing left out was the Himalayan was a touring setup. Himalayan as an is a touring setup. So I wanted it to be changed to what you said,
more of
off-road thing. So the Scram did come into the picture to convert this into a Scram. So there were multiple things. So we just needed to change the top T clamp, bottom T clamp, and then a couple of changes in this thing, and then we have to order the spares for the Scram model. But the problem with that is availability. So the spares are not available from RE. It's very difficult to get spares.
Still, until now.
Yeah, even some of the things are very
hard to get.
It's when we kicked up this idea, and I think Bhushan is there. He's the guy who works on, his workshop, they work on the bike.
So to reduce the weight from the front end, you have changed the headlight also. That is, I think the previous one or stock one is little heavier than this one.
So the entire, there is an entire cage here. There is a cage here.
I know.
So the headlight is held on to it by that cage.
Yeah.
So once you remove the cage, there is no place for the headlight to be held. So then what happened is I sourced the GT or the Continental or the Interceptor fork clamps.
Okay.
So those are these.
Okay.
They are the clamps. So then I mounted my
GT ka clamp.
GT Interceptor.
Okay.
Anyone. So those are direct fit on this.
Okay.
And then I used that. Then what happened is when I was doing that, my stock headlight used to rub with the ignition chamber.
Okay.
So the ignition key chamber that used to rub on it, and then it broke.
Then you went with?
Then I went ahead. I scoured online, and then figured out what will work, what will not.
And what exactly is this?
This is a Husqvarna headlight.
Okay.
A replica one.
Okay.
But the main part is the clamps. So
these ones.
Yeah, the clamps actually are for an Expulse. It's not for a Himalayan. So you get this as a set in one of the websites.
Okay.
So I bought it from there and then just assembled it and it works.
You have put a fuel X, I can see. You have put a USB
that's
charger.
For our trail rides and all you need.
Okay.
All of that.
And you have put Husqvarna
rear
view mirrors. And I can see what else? This Maddog Lights.
Maddog Lights are.
These are for touring mostly.
Not for touring. So we use these. So the headlight output from this, even though I have a 100-watt bulb on it, is not that great. It's not that great. The reflector inside is not that great. It's made only for aesthetics.
Okay.
It is not made for use on the road, ideally. It's only to say, for example, if you're using it in a rally or something, it is there to pass the scrutiny.
Okay.
That you have a headlight, you have indicators. So it is basically made for that cost. Now, inside the reflector is not that great. So even if you put a 100-watt bulb also, you would not get that much of a light projection or anything of that sort. So when we hit trails, we start at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning, which is pretty dark. So that is when I need a light.
We have changed the crash guards.
Yeah.
These are not the...
No, these are...
And also these foot pegs.
Yeah, the foot pegs are from KTM 390. They are a direct swap.
From the crash bars?
That is from Motor Torque. They are a company again based out of Bangalore.
And these are the perfect fit, right?
These are perfect fit. They are... so you get couple of options right now. When I had it, there was only one option. There was only one.
Something on the back, you have changed the tail tidy, I can see.
Yeah. So usually there is, what do you say, a rack, a rail, a holder, all of that. So I've removed about the entire thing, and then I've replaced it with a normal tail tidy that you get for an Xpulse.
That's Xpulse ka tail tidy?
That is Xpulse
Looks
tail
nice.
tidy. And then, so since I replaced the inner part also, the entire mudguard and all of that, I can't keep my tools anymore under the seat.
Yeah, for that you have bought Vitara guard.
So that's why this Vitara always stays here.
Not sponsored.
So that's why this stays here. This has all my tools, including my compressor pumps also. So
and you have the same tires as mine.
Yeah,
those are Maxxis Max
Explore, Max Flow.
Are they good?
They're pretty decent, is what I felt. The sidewalls are very thick.
They are I think 60-40, I guess.
Yeah, 60-40.
60 road, 40 off road.
Yeah, I would say they're 70-30 more.
They are like 2 runs only.
70 road, 30 off road.
Off road.
Because what happens is, recently when I did trails and all of that, wet surfaces, maybe boulders or rocks.
Wet surface, they are very bad.
Say they slip a lot, and boulders and rocks also, they are not very nice on it. And one other advantage with this is the sidewalls are very thick. So even if you have a puncture on the road, this is a tube setup. It's not tubeless. So this is a tube setup. So the air would just go out. You can still ride a little more distance with the puncture in it.
And I can see you have done something with your gear.
That is more like a Jugaad quick shifter.
What is it?
Jugaad quick shifter, because the gear lever is only as thin as this.
Okay.
So I just made it bigger with lot of tape and all of that, so that it's easier for me to shift when I'm standing or sitting. It's just
okay. Our funny friends, the puppies are also here. They like fighting. Last thing, this Acerbis. This is also a replica, or
this is a replica again. This is a replica, but its gauge is much thicker.
Okay.
Than, the gauge is much thicker than normal replicas.
Okay.
So if anybody is wanting to buy a Barkbuster or something of that sort, this gauge is similar to that of a Barkbuster, is what I would say.
Okay.
And this has taken multiple beatings. So
I can see.
It's taken
that one has taken a lot.
Yeah. So it's fallen down, taken beatings and all of that. It still survives.
Can we say the price, how much you have gone?
Some of it, yes. Some of them is more of time and effort that you spend to get the correct stuff. So research, all of that, you have to sit and see. I think we can start with the handlebars. The handlebars are from Republic of Bikers. They're based out of Kochi. Pretty good friends. They sent it out. It's
what will be the price?
1,400, 1,500.
1,400.
And I think with shipping,
With shipping?
I mean, without shipping or with shipping, I'm not sure. But that's about 100, 150 difference.
Okay, and this is?
This is about 1,400 to 1,600.
Same 1.4K.
That's all.
And
this mask, I mean, the mask alone is about 2,800 something.
2,800.
2,800.
And the light and all? And
the fitting, I mean, the clamps are 1,500.
Okay.
The bulb is about 800 to 900 rupees on Amazon.
So it's pretty good price.
Reasonable stuff.
Reasonable stuff.
Whatever I've done is more or less, I want to replicate it. So, for example, if I break this tomorrow, I know.
So you can replicate, you can replace it very easily because
easily. So that's the main thing.
And this one?
This is Husqvarna
How much?
default. I don't know, about 400 a piece. 400,
one piece?
I think.
This one?
That is about 6,000 something. And motor torque.
Pretty reasonable, because I would say, because there is a slider also.
Yeah, there's a slider. Yeah.
So it takes a lot of beating, slider also.
Other side it's beaten up. The slider is beaten up. Yeah. Because, and these guys, it's about 6,000 something, and then we had a photo shoot and all of that. So these guys took care of that.
Okay.
They said you can take it. I'm like, okay, thank you.
And last thing, the modification of last part is this exhaust, which was making pretty beautiful noise. I have never seen any Himalayan making that noise.
This is about I think 12.
You will get an orgasm, to be very honest. It's a different kind of orgasm, not the one you are dirty people. Okay, anyways.
So this is from Grease House. It's known as Grease House Grunt.
Okay.
It's currently coming to market again. I don't know what the new price would be, but previously it was about 12K.
Pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
No? Yes, guys, that's pretty much about this. It's a fully modified Himalayan. I have never seen a Himalayan. To be very honest, I have never seen a Himalayan in Himachal like this one. Never seen a Himalayan in Bangalore also. So this was pretty much about the bike, Himalayan bike, and the ownership of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's not a bad bike. To be very honest, you see a lot of videos that are very old. वो जो चेसी उड़ गया लद्दाख वाला टाइम पे, those are pretty old. These are new one, and if you do a modification like this, it's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
You should invest in this kind of modification.
Yeah. So what I would say is think about what you want to do with the bike. If you're doing touring, go for touring accessories and all of that. Now I'm not much into touring. I prefer a day ride, my trails, and then come back in the same day. So that is my agenda. And when you start small. Think of things that you can change. Maybe the position of the handlebar might be off. That is all that it takes for you to have a good time.
Yeah.
So change the position of the handlebar. You don't have to spend anything. You just have to loosen the bolts and then change it. So some of these things are like according to your taste and choice. What do you want to do with it? How do you want it? So it's up to you. I mean, but start small. Work with
so that you can go back to stock if you fuck it up.
Exactly. So all of these, what I've done, I can revert it back to stock in maybe a day. So it's not a big deal. I have all the stuff with me. Keep your stock stuff.
Yeah.
Keep your stock stuff stored safely for switching later on. That's also very important.
So yeah, guys, this was it. I have my brother. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming to be the first one on this series. Man with their machine, with their heavy machine. Thank you for watching also. Give it a full like, subscribe, whatever the things they do. Make it more possible to see, others can see it, so that if they want to modify it, they can modify, man. This is the dream bike they should be looking for. Thanks for watching and keep subscribing. Bye. मिलते हैं next video में. अलविदा.